Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday, Variety released an article on the soon-to-be done deal of the Warner Bros. Discovery merger. Today's video will be going over the key points of the article and what it means for the potential of the Snyderverse. So, let's get into the article. AT&T sets plan to spin off WarnerMedia in $43 billion deal. Now, that basically means AT&T are ditching WarnerMedia, which will make WarnerMedia Discovery an independent company, and so will no longer be owned or controlled by AT&T. The article states that the transaction will spin off 100% of AT&T's interest in WarnerMedia to AT&T's existing shareholders in a pro-rata distribution, followed by the merger of WarnerMedia with Discovery to form a new company, Warner Bros. Discovery. The deal is expected to close in the second quarter of 2022. Previously, AT&T had targeted mid-2022 for the close. To put that in simple terms, AT&T will be selling all their shares in WarnerMedia to existing AT&T shareholders in a proportional distribution format. So they are completely disconnecting themselves from WarnerMedia and Warner Brothers and offering the people who invested in AT&T the chance to purchase their shares in WarnerMedia Discovery. It was only 4 years ago that AT&T purchased WarnerMedia, and already they have decided they want to jump ship as quick as they can. The article confirms that Discovery shareholders will only own 29% of Warner Bros. Discovery, whilst AT&T's shareholders will own the other 71%. Variety states that the new company's board will comprise 13 members, 7 initially appointed by AT&T, including the chairperson of the board. Discovery has designated 6 members, including Zaslav. Zaslav will be the CEO of WarnerMedia Discovery, so he will have the last say. But, as I mentioned in my previous merger update, Zaslav stated that they will look at both sides of the board and only the best will stay. So, if the 7 AT&T members or the 6 Discovery members are not good enough, they will be replaced. We need to focus on the wording of that statement though. The new company's board will comprise 13 members, 7 initially appointed by AT&T. The key word being initially, which is another word for at first. So these appointments aren't concrete, and those members from AT&T may and can change, and Zaslav did confirm that only the best will stay. The article didn't say AT&T have appointed 7 members. They used the word initially, because there seems to be some doubt as to whether or not those members will stay at the company for a long time. Whereas for Discovery's appointments, they used the word designated, as in they have picked 6 people to become members of the board. There seems to be no doubt in their appointments, but there is for the other side. So that could hint towards more movement happening within the very early stages of the merger's completion. So what does this mean for the Snyderverse? Well, firstly, it created a lot of hype. If you look at the comments of that tweet by Variety, about 95% of them are talking about the Snyderverse. But from a business standpoint, it's exciting. There will be less layers of hierarchy, so decisions will take less time as people from WarnerMedia don't have to communicate all the way up to AT&T and instead will just have to make the decisions with the 13 members of the new Warner Bros. Discovery board. So efficiency will increase. As for the board, those 7 members from AT&T's side are most likely going to be some of the executives that are already at the company, as in the ones who created the toxic reputation at Warner Bros. But that means people like Zaslav will see that for themselves. In all honesty, until we get the official announcement of who will be on the board of the new company, it will just be a guessing game. But all the evidence is there as to why the current hierarchy of Warner Bros. Should not and will not be in charge of the new company. The merger has confirmed to be complete within the second quarter of 2022, so between April and June. So we are a minimum of 2 months away from the merger and a maximum of 4 months away. That time will fly by, and as I have said before, as we get closer to the completion of the merger, more news and rumours will come out that will bend towards good news or bad news. But for now, I think we can all be very excited because 6 people from Discovery, including David Zaslav, who will be the CEO of the new company, will be a part of the decision making at Warner Brothers Discovery. So even if 7 out of the 7 members coming from AT&T's side are the current Warner Brothers executives, you have 6 Discovery members to counter them, with one of those being the CEO of the new company, and he has said that only the best will stay. So I think right now we need to be optimistic and positive towards this merger. We need to be louder than the toxic minority of Snyder fans because we need to show Zaslav and his team of executives that we are a fan base that they should interact with. I'm personally not that interested in the new DCEU films or the new path that they are going on. But that doesn't mean I want other people to stop being excited for them. I think the restore the Snyderverse meaning and motive has been lost. Some people are using it as an excuse to hate on new DC films, and that is something I am not a part of. I would love the DCEU to be a place where multiple tones and storylines can be explored using the multiverse. James Gunn had a great response to someone who was saying that we should boycott Warner Brothers because he didn't like the Peacemaker show. And James Gunn said this: DC is not one thing. A beautiful aspect of comics and films based on comics is that they can be in any genre and for many ages. Most of us are comfortable seeing a variety of feels in our comics, films, and shows. I completely agree, and I think the multiverse is a perfect way of utilising the variation of storytelling. This year, we are seeing 3 Batmen, all from different universes. So the concept of the multiverse is being introduced. When I ask and push for the Snyderverse, it is with the mindset to add to the multiverse, to increase the richness of the DC extended universe. Not to replace the new DC films, not to erase the ones I didn't like. It's simply because I really enjoyed Snyder's 3 DC films and the characters he used, and I would love to see that storyline complete, as the Snyder Cut did end on a cliffhanger. So to anyone watching this who thinks that Snyderverse fans are toxic, please rethink that statement. Yes, there are toxic Snyderverse fans, but there are also toxic DCEU fans, and toxic Marvel fans, and toxic Star Wars fans. But the majority of us fans are normal, are respectful, and just want to see something that we enjoy. So I hope you can see that we are a good fandom. We raised over $500,000 for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. A fan base that had a majority of toxic and disrespectful people wouldn't try and raise money that was going to help other people. That just wouldn't add up. To all us Snyderverse fans, let's stay positive and patient for the merger, because things may start changing for the better. Obviously, DC is just one segment of Warner Brothers Discovery, but it is by far the biggest cash cow for them. They just need to look over at Marvel and realise how much money they can make if they utilise the DC universe, like what Disney did with the MCU. I believe Warner Brothers Discovery will do that, but I only think they will restore the Snyderverse if they see that the fandom is one that they want to interact with. If they feel like we are not an approachable or worthwhile fan base, then they will just ignore us. But if we display ourselves as a positive fan base that they will want to interact with, then I truly see the Snyderverse being restored. But it is all down to us as a community. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope to see you here again soon. So until then, have a great day. Bye!